at the same point. Maybe I need to rejoin it.
See, it's saying it's live. GIS for everyone. Select schedule. Okay, let me see. Okay, hold on. Okay, it should be seeing it now.
To the same point. Let me try to reconnect it and see what. Maybe I'm like the other person that I was too soon before it got started. Let me go reconnect. Or now a message says sit tight. The presenter hadn't started broadcast yet.
Well, I'm broadcasting right now. It shows it's live.
Well, mine says sit tight. It hadn't started yet. All right, well, let me try and come in again. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. It's saying I'm not live. Hold on. It's saying not live. I don't understand that. It's saying live here, but it's saying not live there.
Now when I go out and come back in, I get the same message. It tells me to wait. The presenter hadn't started yet.
Yeah, I may need your help downstairs in my office, Mr. Lucas.
All right. Instead of 9 seconds to it now.
Well, no, I want to stay up there because he needs to see it. He needs to make it work from up there. I asked him to see if he just wait until, because he'll be the test to see if it's coming on. Okay, Sophie just came on.
Yeah, so I didn't realize I needed to log in as both the moderator and a presenter.
So you are now, right?
Yes, so in one screen, I am a presenter, I guess. The screen with all of the tools, question and answer, room, polls, offers, videos.
Right.
That's in one screen. So that's when I clicked log in to Studio Control Center. And now I click log into live broadcast room, which is where I am now.
Okay, so that means I think you're a broadcaster now, and it's being recorded. So here's what we'll do. Are you prepared to start?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, it's all together now. I added a poll to the right for whoever's there in the class. And I can do a quick intro and we can kind of dive in. But you're doing something in ArcMap, so I'll watch you guys first and then I can hop in after.
Okay, well, hold on. I have your, okay, you are on, let's see. I'm trying to see who's here.
I see.
Somebody is trying to connect.
I see one other attendee.
Who? Michael Anthony? That's me.
No.
Lucas? I've not seen him.
It's not coming up. It says me and you. There's a third person.
Right, it's not sure who that is.
Yeah, for me either. This is pretty cool though. So are you looking at Google Hangouts right now?
Yes, it's actually managed through Google Hangouts.
And you can see the webinar jam on the right?
Yeah, if you go to Google Hangouts, you can see it's on Google Hangouts Live.
No, I know, but for you personally, what you're looking at, on the right, do you have the webinar jam panel?
Yes, I have a webinar jam panel to the right.
Okay, so click on polls. I put a poll there.
Yes. Okay, how many years of GIS expect? Okay, I see. Let's see if I can make my poll work. Someone, Mr. Lucas?
Yes, sir.
Any luck? Okay, the poll is not allowing me to take the poll.
Maybe it's because you're a presenter, possibly.
The poll ended. That's a hold on. Reset poll.
Should I create a new one?
Yeah, create another poll because I want to make sure you were the presenter. You were the presenter, right?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lucas?
Yes, sir.
Have you been able to connect?
No, I haven't been able to connect.
Okay, because the presenter who I have from DC, they connected. What does it tell you is the problem?
What?
Yeah, let's do it a different way. I'm going to send you a new email. I'm going to bypass it this way. I'm going to send you a new email to connect, okay?
All right.
Use this way.
All right.
It says Anthony Rodriguez is no longer presenting.
Okay, that's fine. I want to send Mr. Lucas an email to try to log in again. Mr. Lucas? Send me his email. Lucas WJ. I sent her a new invitation. It says that I wasn't presented.
It says that you were. I saw your screen, but now I see you, so it says you stopped presenting.
You see my screen though, right?
Nope, I see you now. You stopped presenting your screen. Now I see your screen.
Okay.
And Dad, you can X out my chat so you don't see that. There you go.
My emails. No, since we're gonna begin in a second because we recorded. Okay, and my camera doesn't have me, which is interesting. Should.
We were in the, oh, never mind. We're recording. I'll talk to you offline.
Are you driving or you parked?
Parked.
Oh, good.
Product placement. They are not one of our sponsors.
Okay, we have to get them on the list. Okay, listen, people, we're gonna go ahead and start with or without whom we have. Please bear with me, bear with us. This is our second webinar. We're testing this platform. Hopefully by the fourth or the fifth webinar, we are experts at doing this. But this is a continuation in a series of trainings that began on 4 Wednesdays prior. This is only the first Wednesday. We are trying to use the webinar to invite in guest speakers, guest technicians, guest scientists in helping us here at Texas Southern University advance our use of the ArcGIS and, in essence, all geographic information system platforms. Today, I'm going to just go over with you the front page or the front opening interface of the ArcGIS, the ArcMap, ArcInfo platform 10.3. Once I looked at some of the ribbons on the dashboard, we'll then switch over to Sophie Rodriguez, who will talk to you about some of the key information and knows or must knows for all JS users. So with that, I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, couple admin trivia. The chat at your right side of your screen should have a chat button where you can ask questions, your audio. And
Google came back to him and had a problem joining the video.
Why gave you a problem?
It didn't tell me why. It just said it had a problem joining, encounter error joining the video.
You think it's TSU blocking you?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so therefore we can't connect upstairs. So you're unable to connect upstairs?
Yeah, my name is Connect 409.
Is Elliot there?
The what?
Elliot, Mr. Washington.
Yeah, the gentleman,
Yeah, ask him if he has a Gmail account.
Yeah, he logged into his Gmail account with who we were using.
And
I don't have one.
But is it working on his computer with a Gmail?
No, we were at the podium.
And it's not logging in at the podium.
Right.
Is he
Okay.
logged out?
Okay, I think let's just leave it off for now till ask Mr. Washington is coming back downstairs, and we'll continue from here.
All right.
He and I will try and fix it when we finish this webinar.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so continuing. I'm not sure why some of our guests can't log in, because I'm seeing you logged in, I'm seeing the room. It's showing there 2 admin people logged in.
That's me and me.
Right. And there are 3 people registered. Okay, so let's continue. So as I was saying, I want to just look at the Arc Info, which is called the Arc Advanced platform, and then we'll hear from Sophia Rodriguez. So on that, I'll share my screen with you. Okay, you should be seeing the Arc map interface. The interface typically opens up as you see here. The center of the map will depict projects you may have been working on initially. For this purposes, though, we'll just cancel the screen out. Upon cancel now, this is the interface you should be seeing on your side. You should be seeing from the file, edit, view, bookmarks, insert, selection, geoprocessing, customize, windows, and help. On the lower left, the table of contents, where you have 5 different views. You have by drawing order view. This view is the geo map or geotab view. This is a list view and table of contents. Again, these are views that we're not going to use at the second, but what we will do right now is to look at how do we begin a project. I recommend begin a project. Hopefully you have a base map existing somewhere, that you may be working on, you can add a base map from the GIS program itself by going to the file, add data, and from this add data screen, you will see it has an add base map. Okay, we just lost the screen. 1 second, please. So we are looking for the base map. Okay. I'm sharing the screen again. Hopefully we'll go through the process in the beginning. Okay, once the screen opens up, you have a getting started map. If you have a map you were working on previously, it will be right here. For this purposes, though, we will bypass this screen and go to the main interface. In the main interface, you should have an add map button, which I'm not seeing, so we can probably add it from here. Hey, so we're gonna add base map right here. Okay, so let's add a topographic map. And basically, we will be now working with a base map. By doing it this way, by adding a topographic map, you're adding a pretty sizable map. So if you don't have a significant computer resources, this is going to slow down your entire operation quite a bit. So soon after you add a topographic map, hopefully you have some map program or some resource that you want to open up or look at. So in this case, there's the world topographic map. Basically, we're going to look at some spaces in Texas. So to do so, let's then go and add a second map. And to add a second map, we are looking for the ARC catalog. My program is crashing again. Hold on, hopefully it's going to uncrash. It looks like my program, okay, it's uncrashed. The ARC catalog should be in the window. It is right here. In this window, you have, I'm looking for the catalog right here. It's now on the right side of your screen. I'm going to open a folder where I know I have some existing maps, some state maps right here. On the next webinar, I'm going to talk about just simple stuff that we all should know, like mapping drives, mapping network drives, tracking your data, and so forth. I'm going to check in for Texas, see if I have a map we can open for Texas. As you see this, okay, here's a map right here. I'll just drop this map. I drag and drop on top of the base map. It should then rectify the base map and organize it whereby the key map I'm going to see is Texas now. And there's Texas being built right there. I'll zoom to Texas. Give it a moment, and it okay, there's Texas. It looks as though this is a Texas map depicting places and cities. It's not a boundary map. I can close off the topo map. And there's Texas. Let's see if we can put a boundary around Texas. Again, realizing lots of this has already been done, so I'm going to look for a boundary map inside of my data. See, there's one here. Texas census tracts. This is census tracts, just Texas. I'll add that second map. Okay, because the census tracts are the files of polygons, it in essence created a boundary map. It's actually boundaries of all the Texas census tracts. So in essence, every census tract at the extremities of the state created the boundary of the state. But it's actually, let's see, so if you want to look at the data inside the census tracts, see if I'm right. Right. Each census tract is a polygon. You can see it right here. Okay, something just to mention, every piece of the map is going to be in a polygon, a line, or a point. These are polygons right here, and these are census tracts. Now, in every map, hopefully, in most maps are driven by data. Data is driven by geographies, and geography is based on a point, which could be a point to geography, could be just a GPS coordinate or an XY coordinate. It could be a line, which will be based on two coordinates and you join it by 2 points and it creates a line, which is then a polygon, which is the perimeter around some type of space. All space then is corresponded by information for each space. For instance, where I'm sitting right now in my office is a space. It can be defined by area, length, width. It can be defined by height. Then it can be further defined by what's inside the space. What's inside the space are the features of the space. And basically, this is demonstrated in what you call the attribute table, where it defines, so each item, in this case, like each polygon is a space, has a definition. In this case, it's a census tract number. It has a perimeter, which is the measurement around it, confirmed to area in square miles, acres, the shape length, and the shape area again. Now, each of these spaces, you can add features. Let's see just some additional features in a different table. Let's look in this table. Right, like in this feature table, now we again can find let's see, this is the state. These are places, and they're defined by population information, land use, a variety of classifications, how much water and so forth. And in that, I'm going to stop because we've eaten most of the time. I wanted to be have like 15 minutes just to talk about some must-knows. And again, we're refining this. Hopefully, by next Wednesday, we'll have a further refinement. So let me introduce you to our next presenter, Sophia Rodriguez. And she's truly a digital mogul because she's presenting. Hopefully she's not driving, but she's going to present and talk about some information, some knows about GIS. I think you'll need to unmute your microphone.
Yes, thank you so much for that introduction and the lesson with ArcMap. I have put a poll up for anyone in the room, or even if you're just viewing and don't have the capability of voting, just how many years of experience you have with ARC. And I was kind of going to go from there in terms of what I'm going to explain. This lesson, I was not planning on going into much deep dive into like a project, but more so to help GIS professionals or people wanting to come into GIS, just give them some resources of things available free online, different trials, and opportunities to network within this industry. as mentioned, I am in a car, but not driving, so that's good. I have notes on my phone and notes on my computer. So I'm going to share my screen here and just go through about 8 things, kind of high level, so everyone can see some different options that ESRI has to offer. Okay, share screen. Can you confirm my screen is shared?
No.
Nope.
Okay, it's just
You're on the ESRI page?
yes.
Okay, great. Just gonna turn on the car to keep charging my phone. Keep charging my computer. Okay, so when you're first kind of getting off into ArcGIS, it's important to know that the biggest market share investor or biggest component of ArcGIS comes from ESRI. So a lot of these resources are on the ESRI website. First things first, just to know the vast amount of things that ArcGIS can be applied to, may it be in the professional field, may it be academic, may it be personal, recreational. There are different subscriptions available through ESRI for the user, which is the screen I have here now. The URL is esri.com/ESRI news/ARC user. And this basically is a digital magazine. I have the current issue up and you can see the stories in it for this current issue, spring 2016. And this is more for learn how to use the ESRI software from users. So not from like a educational or training level, but more so like in layman's terms, almost like ESRI users teaching ESRI users. And this can be used for problem solving, improving processes, how to start and manage and grow a GIS program. So a lot of the things that we're going to be going over through these different Wednesday sessions you can pull down on your own personal time. If any of you are developers, they've got a little like developer development corner, which is fun. You can submit your apps to ESRI and they might have you demo them at one of the user conferences. So again, ARC user, definitely useful when you're first starting off. Another subscription available is ARC News, now on the screen. Now this one I've noticed is more for like professors and most of our cases on the phone, for local government employees, nonprofits. So ARC News has some of those spotlight stories where ARC has really made a high impact for a low cost. These are things in the GIS industry that are headed latest developments in the software. And again, this is a free subscription. I'm showing the current issue on my screen now. Looks like a top story is ArcGIS Online runs security at Boston Marathon. So current events, things that are in the news right now and how ArcGIS is playing a part in that. Free subscription. If you're new to GIS, if you're a seasoned professional, there's always something exciting you can learn from this type of subscription. Also on the ESRI website. The last one would be ArcWatch. Now here on my screen, this is the April 2016 issue. And this is just to get announcements, tips, articles, and links to resources in a monthly email-only newsletter. So as opposed to downloading this to your local machine or to the shared space for your employees, this is where you can maybe put an RSS feed and just get those emails, have it kind of maybe set up a rule for like your ESRI box, and you can kind of just go in and see different up-to-date news, what's going on in GIS. So 3 relatively easy things to do. All you have to do is go subscribe, and in just these 3 things, you're going to have trainings, you're going to have current events, and it's going to be focused to the user and what's going on in today's news. So I'm moving on to what ARC's all about, making maps. Even if you aren't a seasoned pro at ARC, everyone can make a map. ArcGIS has become so user-friendly, not to talk myself out of a job, but they are making it so even K5 can get onto a machine or a tablet and can log right in and can, draw a box around their house. That's mapping. People think that mapping is us finding the pinpoint location of the axis of evil over in some of the Middle Eastern countries. We have to know exactly where they are, what part of the building. Actually, mapping is just having some type of contextual knowledge of something spatially. That's what mapping is. So here I've come to arcgis.com, which should be on your screen now, and you can just cut right to it and click make a map. You do not need a login for this. You can have one. I know that Texas Southern University has the Barbara Jordan Mickey Leland group, and I'm sure that Dr. Rodriguez can send you the link so you can become a part of that, where there's some shared maps. And if you do something in class, you can upload it, let your peers and colleagues see it, something like that. But as you can see here, I clicked on make a map, and here I am at the map screen. So even if you just want to go and find Texas Southern, here we are, Claiborne Street. Okay, it's now zoomed in to the location of the school, has also given a little pop-up box here. You can add your own notes if you'd like, but you can also add content. You can change the base map. And again, these are all things available in the desktop app, but this is completely free. This is open to everyone that has internet access. Let's say you'd like to see imagery with labels instead. Zoom in. Not terrible resolution as it begins to clear up. I'm not sure exactly where the building is that this course is being taken, but here's just the campus itself. Now, if you did have some extra time and did want to add some of your own personal content, I would suggest making a login, also free. As you can see, mine kind of self-populates. I come in here quite often. Discard changes. And now you can add in some data. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and look at that. Mine automatically linked me up to the TSU Barbara Jordan Mickey Leland School Public Affairs MAPS group. So anything I do now will automatically be saved to the group I mentioned earlier, and you'll be able to pull it down for future reference. So just, again, a quick example. Let's just add some data. And this is very user-friendly. So if you want to add data, you just click add. And there are a lot of pieces of information on the internet from someone else. You don't have to go and recreate the wheel. Let's just search for layers. And we can really search for anything. So looks like Dr. Rodriguez has posted HBCU Gulf States, this is already a part of the group, Barbara Jordan group. So we can add that to the map right there. Everything has been added. These I'm assuming are the historically black colleges and universities in the Gulf States. It's done adding layers. And now we can go through and do some light analysis or just look at the information. Now, while this seems, pretty basic, someone might ask in your office, what are the schools in the region? You'd come in here, you'd look, you search HBCUs already provided by one of your peers in the group, pull it down, then you could print it. You could add a legend. You could add a title. This, again, is no need to download and install ArcGIS on your computer. This is also very mobile friendly. I've done this on my cell phone. I've done this on my tablet. So just like that, without being a ArcGIS guru, you can come into arcgis.com, search for layers. ArcGIS Online has, a plethora of information. I don't even know exactly what you'd want to look for, but everything's here: flood zones, neighborhoods, seismic hazards. And this is for the entire globe, as long as there's been some type of VGI or volunteer geographic information, it would be here. So let's move on. That's just kind of a taste of that. For any of you that enjoy blogs or reading blogs, ESRI has one dedicated to users. They have obviously different communities, or you can search. Let's just search education. I saw something come up on mine earlier about Obama. Let's see if that's on here. Excuse me. Yep. So this was from April 16th. Just click on it. And again, this is just me going to ESRI blogs, typing in a topic of interest, and then I get the most up-to-date and accurate news on the topic. This looks to be about Connect Ed initiative. ESRI joined President Obama's initiative. Kind of interesting to know, maybe something to share with your class, possibly look into. Maybe there are grants, scholarships available. So if you just kind of want to tinker around, learn a little bit more about what's going on in the education community, ESRI blogs can possibly do that for you. And my whole talk really has been about resources lately, and there is an ArcGIS resources page. This goes from the super user, from the beta testers, sometimes they release early release of different things to sometimes schools, sometimes professionals in the workforce, sometimes people just starting off. They want to see, how does this work for you? Tell us about it. So they have different tours. You can pick what your exact questions are, if it's for desktop, server, online, story maps. They have tours of all those things. And if anyone has a question and would like to do one of the tours, I guess just put your hand up in the Google Hangout, or let Dr. Rodriguez know via email, and we can go through that, no problem. This is the age of social media. I would strongly suggest following ESRI on Facebook. I recently got back on Facebook, so I'm going to like it here and follow it. Twitter. Now, they do great about their live tweeting at the different events, the ESRI user events, regional, the international one, obviously the education development. And I'm already following them, as you can see, but they have over 11,000 tweets, almost 70,000 followers. So this is really interesting stuff, and they're good about updating. This last tweet maps the new way to communicate complex policy. This is Medicare benefit map, chronological map. So really interesting stuff on social media. So this has now come out of the technical realm and into what people are actually digesting digitally, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. ESRI is at all of those, on all of those platforms. For those of you that maybe don't want to get on the computer, ESRI has a extensive library, paper print. I just pulled up one here called Understanding GIS and ArcGIS Project Workbook. And in the education realm, you can call your business partner and they can provide these books for free. So I wouldn't at all suggest that you have to go in and purchase it yourself. I would just go through Dr. Rodriguez or through your director of your program, and they can submit for these different types of books. I just went ahead and pulled up a table of contents for this one. Lesson 1, Lesson 3. These books also come with data. So they'll send you a DVD and they'll send you a 90-day trial of the desktop software for you to play around with, follow the direction, go through steps in modeling. I also downloaded chapter 1. And I usually use a real-time story. This is about the flood in Los Angeles back in the 1700s. And then they make it real, bring it to today, and then stepping you through step by step, just going through kind of quickly. Here's how you add a base map. This is how you zoom to a certain continent, country, double clicking for parks, how to do analysis. Moving on with other Wednesdays, we will go through some of these different. If you guys just want to go online and see what you have preference to, I'm happy to walk through any of these any given day. I have the software and data on my computer as a Dr. Rodriguez, so this would not be a problem, and kind of exciting because once you're done, you're like, hey, how can I apply that to my own personal project? Because now I know how to set layer properties. Now I know what the correct color palette is for this, excuse me, for this type of audience. I've talked now for about 15 minutes. There are some other resources I'm happy to share, but I think this is a good stopping point. If anybody wanted to chime in, or Dr. Riggs, if you had anything to say.
No, I think this is great. I think lay up a nice foundation. Actually, in the room with me right now is Dr. Elliot Washington. He's oh no, it's okay. Yeah, Dr. Elliot Washington is in the room right now with me. As a matter of fact, he and I have he's been discussing also being one presenter and working on things that are his strong suit, things that he can authoritatively speak to. So hopefully he will be joining as a presenter soon. But the question I was thinking though, the resources you spoke of, that is it not no longer necessary to have a global account, you're saying, or you still need a global account?
Yes, that's a great question. To have access to all of the facets available in ESRI ArcGIS Online, I would suggest getting the account. But since Barbara Jordan, Mickey Leland School of Public Affairs already has that group set up, you can send out emails to their TSU email addresses, and they will automatically be given accounts under that education kind of umbrella. And they're free, so it really doesn't matter. It's just if people begin to go in and do like complex processing, it'll use up quite a bit of your credits. But again, I know in education, there's a different credit allocation compared to federal work stream, personal work. So I would really ask your business partner, but I would suggest getting the login to answer your question. It is free. And since you already have your group set up, you can allocate out the different logins for people that are interested.
Okay, well, listen, I think that was it. You have any questions, Elliot? Any recommendations? Okay, I think the was a good presentation considering that I caught you at a late moment and you were traveling or you had to pull over in the parking lot. Very impressive. Were you using your telephone or was that your computer? It was very fast.
I was sharing my computer screen, but my notes were on my cell phone. So I kind of put it above the screen. So I kept looking at you guys. I'm giving you all my broadcasting tips and secrets.
Okay.
Yes, it would have been a little bit better at a desk, but hopefully it came across okay.
No, it was great. It was great. Listen, thanks again. I'm not sure when you're back on the schedule again, but we have your schedule for Wednesdays, but of course, in the whole webinar, I'm going to call the webinar quadrangle. We hope to produce many more and make them available for public consumption. So we will check out with you and we will close our webinar for today.
Okay,
Thank
and if there
you.